everybody.
Hello.
So, we had to kind of abruptly end part one of our hot takes from Toronto Comic Con because I got in a bit of a shitty situation, bad plumbing, and unfortunately, no one else in my house has grown up under a slumlord. So I knew all the tricks you can do without calling a plumber, all the things to try before before you get to that point. And we fixed it. A lot of cleaning. But now we're back with part two of our hot takes. But before
What's your
that,
favorite trick
my
of like
favorite
helping? Yeah, helping like a clogged toilet.
boiling water.
Yes, hot water. not boiling because it can like break the porcelain.
Yeah.
But like hot water, but Dawn dish soap. Like put that first, let it set for a minute, help it break up the greasy or whatever's going on. Like because sometimes poop sticks because like it's greasy, right? So
Yeah.
the Dawn dish soap and then the hot water to help like wash it down. That's my favorite. I always tell Kyle, I'm like, listen, like after you break up the poop, do that part. He's like, no, I'll just keep flushing.
I used to also do housekeeping like in a hospital, so I feel like my plunger game is really good. Like it's a lot of like nice and slow movements, and then
yes, you have
know?
to, like
Yeah.
you're a man.
You have to get centered. Like you have to like, and then like different angles to get different areas.
You have
of
to
the
get a
you
good seal. Like it all
Yes.
depends on the good plunger too. And
Yeah.
like I'm like short, so I have to like kind of like straddle my like.
You put your
toilet.
foot on the toilet seat to really
I
get
have
that.
to like, and then yeah, I just like
Yeah, use your whole body weight, like it's shoulders. Don't be using your wrists and like your
No.
arms. It's got to be a full body motion.
Locked form.
Yeah.
like
your
like
back.
you're
Throw your
turning
back
butter.
into it.
Yeah,
Just that.
even use some leg strength.
Engage your core.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the things
We
you have
start
to
workout videos, and it's just us doing basic household tasks.
Yes, how to stay strong to like keep care of your house. Like we're at that age where we should probably like think
Fair.
about stuff like that. If I fall, am I strong enough to get up again? You know, like,
We need life alert.
it's not good. Like if I break my hip, am I able to like crawl to like somewhere leave snacks around?
Motivation?
No, if you fall, you have food. Like fucking protein bars.
Motivation. Oh my god.
I thought you were like, oh, then you'll crawl to the next snack.
It's like if you're
How
there
do you
for,
think she is?
I'm pretty fat, but like food
Motivation to survive.
You like make a trail to the phone in case you fall.
like ET phones home, but like I'm phoning the hospital. Ouch! Yeah.
I'm out of Cheetos. Help.
Oh no.
Okay.
Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking. I wanted to drink yesterday. I had a rough day yesterday too, but I did not. I waited until Friday. So I got some rum tonight, and I had a couple smeared off berry blasts. I think that's what they're called. So I had 2 of those already. So now I'm onto the rest.
Yes.
I'm so
Sonia.
okay. I'm drinking vodka and Sprite, not Sprite. 7-Up. It matters apparently. I'm so excited because like to move back because Jessica she did the cherry blaster, so she reminds me of like her weed guy makes like the best candy ever. Like I have tried to get it here, and there's like a few weed shops here that do the candy, and they say they're like 50 milligrams, but they're not. I had 2, and I'm like, okay, like this is nothing. So like I feel like.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
also
my
the
weed
strand,
guy
right?
is exactly legal.
Well, neither is this one. This wasn't a New
okay.
Brunswick. It's not a New Brunswick
yeah.
shop. But like it's like a fucking speakeasy, but not really. They have because like there's a wide door, it's not hidden. Like you go in and it's like a bar, but then like there's a room you go into. You don't have to open the door, you just go through a doorway. Like it's like a very poorly done speakeasy. But it's great. I like it. Like they're nice. They're super sweet. Just the weed isn't as strong as they say it is.
It's probably the strand too, right? Like
I asked them like, what strand is this? They're like, I
I
don't know.
don't know.
They're
Yeah,
like strands. No. We
they
don't
just
do
grow it
that
in the
here.
backyard and like
They're
hope for
like-
the best.
They're like,
Yeah,
it's
it's all
just-
skunk weed.
Yeah, they're like, it's just
Maybe.
THC. I was like, yeah, but like, what's the percent of your THC? Like, how strong?
Yeah, they don't
is
know what
it?
they're doing. They grow in the backyard and they hope for the best.
Yeah, they're like, well, it's just 50 milligrams. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
my weed guy's awesome because like if you buy like in bulk like we do, they'll give you so much free, like
I know.
extra, and you're like, I just bought bulk, I don't need this, and they're like, no, here you go. And sometimes they
Like-
give merch, like a hat.
I would wear that everywhere. So excited.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
I'm still like getting over this cold, so I'm just drinking ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
'Cause I was gonna drink. I bought so much fucking alcohols to try because all the summer stuff came out in the LCBO early. So I bought a bunch. There's so much different, and I can't drink it right now because I'm on cold meds and I didn't have dinner because Caleb was in a bad mood. So
Mm.
empty stomach and cold meds does not equal
You're
add
already
alcohol.
flying high.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're such like a rookie. Like I like mix weed, cold meds, booze. I'm like whatever
You
that makes me
mixing
pass
cold
out.
meds with alcohol regardless of if you eat it or not. But I just additionally didn't because I didn't eat. So I was like, really
Yeah, no, I don't care about warning.
dying?
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much. I'm like both
Fucking up your
terrified of
bloodstream.
dying and also waiting for
Right?
it.
Like I'm like, but like I'm like, oh shit, maybe I don't want to do that.
Me, it's the transition. It's an autistic thing. I just have trouble with transitions. You know, going from
Yeah,
living to
I know.
dying is going to be a struggle.
I don't want a cold, but if I die, whatever. Like
Exactly. It's just the the scary transition part, the recognition that you're dying, the pain,
The pain part is what I don't want. Like
the fear. You know.
the pain seems not like a good time.
Yeah.
Like no.
And like all like the pain-free ways of dying, I don't trust because like who do you ask? The people that went through it are dead.
Right? You're like, what was that like? Right?
Like, was it actually pain-free, or were you just paralytic and not moving
you
and
know,
not showing pain?
This sounds really morbid and sad, but it has been proven the people with the death penalty that get like the shots and stuff, they feel everything.
Mhm.
Like they're just like you can't tell. Like
but
they're-
Yeah, they get a
paralyzed 'cause
pain-
can't.
They get a paralytic, not a pain reliever.
yes, they feel fucking everything. Like just cut off their heads. Like really, at that point, you're doing it for you, not for them. It's more humane. No, cutting off their heads is
It's
more
always
humane.
for them, not for you
Yeah.
know, like
Like it's even like the whole noose thing is less painful than the fucking, and it takes like so long for that drug to like work through your system. Like it's just like, and how scary. Oh, like yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fuck
I
those
mean,
guys.
I feel like there's no humane way to
Well,
kill
no.
something. No, but like I say that even like with like euthanasia, right? Like a lot of people will they'll get all the pain relief because they overdose you on painkiller. Because what's the worst that happens? You die. Like you get all the painkiller during euthanasia
Yeah.
procedures. But it's like it's still not. It's more humane to maybe kill something than keep it living in pain. But it's not necessarily like humane.
no.
It's
Yeah.
just the more humane option sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's still, you
It-
know.
You're
killing
it's
something.
sad. It's sad. It's morbid. Yeah, you're like, oh man.
Did you hear about that woman? I think it was in Sweden or something. They have a euthanasia clinic out there, and she like left her home in like the UK or something because she couldn't get euthanized there. Went there to get euthanized, and like her family didn't know because they were against the procedure. And now everyone's like, why is the family upset? Like this was consented.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had to like go and get a visa and everything to go be euthanized, but her family like was mad at the clinic, I guess.
Well, yeah, because it's like so they consider it as like help like assisted
made.
suicide.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, and
Yeah.
it's legal there and everything like that. And she had to get a medical visa.
Yeah.
To like she had to prove all these things medically
Yeah.
to even be able to go there. So she was a consenting adult, but her family is now like I think her sister and stuff are all pissed off at the clinic. I'm like, why?
Well, it's because
Because
like
they view it as murder. Like they don't care. They view it as murder, right? Like even if you wanted it, They view it
Which
as
is
murder.
really sad because that means that like she had no support going to do that.
Yep.
I know, that's depressing. And then like death isn't about you either. Like it should be about you, but it's always about the living. It's about the people you leave behind, and sometimes they're really shitty and selfish. Like that.
I don't know. I feel like your death should be your business, and it sucks for other people to grieve, but it's like it's your life. You should own your death too.
It's true.
Unless, there's
it
a lot
sucks
of
for the
reasons.
living. Totally sucks. I mean, my friend died last year, and she stopped getting chemo as a choice. She was like, "I'm having too bad reactions." She's like, "This is just gonna be in God's hands now." She could have kept fighting, but she didn't want to.
But
and it's
like, also, what kind of life quality? Like, I've thought about this before. Like, if I ever got cancer and if I'd even take chemo, because like, if I'm guaranteed I'm still gonna die, why am I going to extend my life by like 3 months but suffer during those 3 months?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like if you're guaranteed you're going to die, which it's not always the case, right? But a lot of people like she was just getting sick a lot. And she had kids and stuff, but I was like, dude, like it's like you're setting up the plans, you're like it's your body, like I'm not going to your body, your choice, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want you guys to pull the plug. If I'm fighting something, do not pull the plug. Okay?
No, I'll keep you alive. You need kidney,
I
got you.
Even if it's just your head, we'll keep you.
Cryogenically frozen.
As long as possible. I would prefer to be a robot, whatever. But like
we'll do our best.
Kyle knows the plan too. But like you are not. If there's a power outage, like bring your own like generators.
Battery
we
packs.
got you. Don't worry.
I'll go to Costco. I'll buy all the batteries. Like we will keep you going.
We'll Frankenstein you. We're like, she needs a body part. Like let's just get it.
Like even the ones from your vibrators, bring those too. Like,
I will start casting witchcraft spells. You know, just everything we can do to keep you alive.
I'll take the battery out of my car. Like, don't worry.
Car battery. My
jump start.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Before we get into hot takes, Sonia said she had some gossip.
I do. Okay. Speaking of fucking vibrators. Okay. So I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'm kidding. It's not a big deal. Okay. So we talked about pink cherry before. And how my points went like gone. So I messaged them and they're like, oh, here's all your points. And then Dawn Marie needed like a vibrator, whatever she was doing. I was like, yeah, like they don't give you coupons anymore. So just sign in and like get yourself a coupon. This bitch uses all my fucking points.
Okay, hold on. Okay, first of all, you were just like, yeah, like go for it. Like, and if there's any left over, I'll use it. But if not, cool. And I was like, okay. So when I did it, I punched in the code like to get the whatever percent off, the 80% off or whatever, and it came up to $29.99, and I was like, sweet, there's like $50 worth of like whatever, should be good. And then like shipping and stuff, I did not know that they were just gonna wipe out all of them.
Yeah,
like,
just fucking all.
They don't give you any remainders. They just
no, like
once
here,
you use it, it's done.
We're gonna use all of them.
But I didn't.
Dawnmarie's shit at technology anyway. It's fine. Like it's fine.
She really accidentally checked out twice, and that's why all the points are gone.
Yeah, she got like 100 toys. No, it's fine.
It's so fine you're talking about it.
I
whatever.
know. That's like my God. It was just hilarious. Like it's just
you stole her pink cherry points.
She gave them.
I needed a new rose because like my motor is like it gets really hot when you use it, so like it's dying. And I was like, fuck, like it's been 2 years. That's why I need it. So I put. Did you end up buying one?
Yeah,
a rose.
Yeah,
good, fucking good.
So it's gonna suck when I tell you that it's not my favorite toy.
What do you mean it's not your favorite? Oh my God, that's now I am disappointed. Like,
so like. I've used it twice.
It's
and
fucking
like
amazing. What do you mean?
it's not as powerful as like the wand. I hate to tell you that.
What do you mean it's not as powerful? Are you
It's
putting
not
the
as
right
powerful as the wand.
spot?
Yes, I know.
Okay, we'll have to
yes.
have another girls' night with Ruby the Rose. Okay,
You're doing it right.
I am.
so Tanya can like demonstrate.
Yeah,
Make sure your
I'll show
placement
you.
is proper. You know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is. I know where my clue is. I'm just saying.
No, but you don't have to sit it right on your clit. Right? You go like around the sides and stuff. You do like a fun little massagey massage. You put on some music. You put on some candles.
No, I get straight to fucking business. I'm like a dude. I need it like 5 minutes, man. My kid's gonna scream for me. Like, no.
Listen, even when I go straight to business, it still takes like I think I can count to 25 and it's done.
No. Mine was like 3 minutes. I
Okay,
was like, this
girls'
is taking way
night.
too long.
Your girls' night. I feel like the rose has been like the best toy I've ever had.
I was sadly disappointed. It did
Oh.
not. The wand works better for me.
I didn't like the wand. See, like
And maybe it was because there's so much hype around the rose. Like so much. So I
She's
was
like,
oh,
I'm a hipster masturbator, actually. I'm too cool for that.
there
Too
was so much hype.
mainstream.
And I was like, oh my god, this is gonna get me done in like 5 seconds. Like I'm just gonna touch it and bam, I'm gonna orgasm.
maybe
No.
you were just like maybe that's the problem. You were anticipating too much.
That's what I thought. So I was like, all right, second time. It'll be maybe better. It was not. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna give it like a 5
I think it
straight.
depends if you prefer more of a vibration versus more of like an oral simulation. I feel like the rose
It
is
does.
more
It
oral.
pulls more.
Yeah.
It does. It does more
Yeah.
of a pull.
It does
Yeah,
really
like the
pull.
rose and the satisfier are pretty similar in that
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
feeling versus just a straight vibrator. So it's just a different sensation in that. So I feel like it's maybe something you have to get used to, and then it'll be
Maybe.
like,
Like I said, 5 or 6 times, like I'll figure it out. You
Right?
know?
To get your own like vibe. Like the first 3 settings are the best, but then like you hit it the 4th time and it does like a zzz,
Yeah. They just different patterns to
Oh,
get
Like,
you going.
Why?
never has a pattern got me off. Like
No, yeah, it's like zzz, zzz, zzz. I'm like no, because like it
You
stops.
just need straight. Like
You just straight like move it around, sure, but you like need constant.
the same with like the wand. I just like straight. I just like the highest vibration straight and
Do they
like
like
go.
talk to women about these settings? Like what woman's like, yeah, I love the
Because sometimes you do need the breakup like for the anticipation to like keep going. I don't know.
I feel like you can do that by just
yeah, moving
well, you
it.
can, yeah. Well, this is so you can keep it on. You don't have to move it. I guess. I don't know. Okay.
Fucking-
I feel like they
Fucking
just
lazy.
do it so that they can say like 12 different settings.
Right? We don't
Yeah, it's a
need that.
selling point.
Like just yeah, but like just different vibrations is good enough. Not the patterns, just like do intensities. Like
Yeah, like do 12 different like
yeah,
numb your clit right off. Like
like setting 12 was just like yeah, I can blow it right off. Like,
like oh shit, a little too far. Go back to
Dulls
11.
it, like it just shaves it right off. No more, your clutch just gone.
just melts.
like you like all nerve endings are
like
like
stands it down. Like
I don't feel nothing.
Fucking your
Nerve endings
lips
are over
shrink.
then.
It's just shaving everything down.
You're just like an opening. Like there's nothing left.
A literal justice slip. Fucking Ken doll.
Oh.
Okay, you have second gossip. We're 20 minutes in. We might need a part 3.
Okay. Second gossip. For the last like 3 weeks, my house has been like so for the last 3 years, every time the snow melted, a little bit of like water came in. And like we've like done work to try and like prevent that. But for the last like 2 weeks, like the weather's been shit. It's been like raining and snowing and melting. Thank you, global warming. So we're like moving and somebody found out. And I'm like, okay, like full disclosure, like my house is shit. Like first floor, great. basement absolutely garbage because like water keeps coming in. And they're like, like that house has always been leaking. Like when we bought this house, there was like a disclosure. They're like, oh, we had one flood and we fixed it. I just found out 3 years later. So I always thought, like Kyle and I always gave like the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the people before us were bamboozled and their contractor told them the wrong problem. So like, you know, benefit of the doubt, like, you know, let's be nice.
Maybe
people.
these were still bamboozled. Maybe they got the lie too.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah,
you the lie
and
as well. Like
they passed on the lie. Like it's like the torch, the lie
it's
torch.
a telephone game, just with lies about houses.
Yeah. So apparently it's a very common thing here in New Brunswick. Houses flood. And they just don't tell you about it. But like they signed an affidavit and everything that they fixed it. But apparently they just had constant water issues. Like the last 3 people who have moved into this house have had constant water issues. So, and then we have passed like the statute of limitations for being lied to when you buy a house. So like we can't do anything about it. But I wanted to like be like full disclosure. I'm like, yeah, my house is shit. We're selling it as is because we're not going to do anything about it, which is good because we were going to do something about it. We were going to spend all this money to fix it, but then the next people wouldn't matter because it would flood. So like, I'm glad we found out that this house is always flooded because I would feel bad. I would feel like a fucking absolute shithead if I sold a house to somebody that had problems.
If you passed on the lie.
Yeah. You don't want to be part of the problem. You want to be a solution.
What the curse stops with you.
That's right. Like I got like, do people like, oh my God, like fucking main character syndrome, everybody. Like, I think sometimes I worry too much how my actions affect others, but I feel like this is a proper amount of worry. Like, you know how expensive it is to fix things? Like some people buy a house and then they like, that's it. Like they don't have any more money. They're expecting your house not to be broken. Like you just buy a house. Why is it broken? So I just fuck everybody from 1999 who has owned this house before me. Fuck you. Fuck your dog. Fuck your uncle. Fuck your grandkids. I don't know. Fuck
and the cat that they owned with the gerbil. Like fuck them all.
They're all related to around here. So I'm going to say, fuck your cousin. Like, it's just all of you. There's a whole group of you. You all knew.
This feels very Murder House, American Horror Story Season 1, where the realtor just tells about the last people that died, but never how many people have died.
Yeah.
And in the house. And the neighbors also know, and they're not telling the new people that are moving in about how many people have died in that house. Yes. They're just like, oh yeah, that last
You know the realtor knew. Like, it's a small fucking town. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, they do.
You knew. You fucking knew.
Doubters. They were like fucking right.
Thank God you're coming back to Ontario where we're all truthful.
Oh my God. Oh, and so we bought a trailer. It's not gossip, but you know, it's about my life. So we bought a trailer to live in while we're building a house, right? Like this guy was so fucking flaky the whole week Kyle's down there. He was supposed to get it Monday, and then like he was able to go like Wednesday, Thursday to like finalize everything. And like the guy's like, oh, $500 as a deposit and I'll deliver it for free. And then he's like, no, I want $1,000 deposit and I want you to like pay me to deliver it. Kyle's like, my dad will just fucking pick it up. It's fine. And he's like, oh, I want like the rest of the money. And Kyle's like, no, I'll give it to you when
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad will give you the rest. Like, I was like, oh my God. But like, we know where he lives and stuff. So like if he does like try to fuck us over, like we could find him. It's okay. Like he gave us his like business card. I don't think he knows this, but like I know where he works. And so if he fucks me over, I'm going to his job. I'm gonna find his wife.
Hey, we have Dawn here with 20,000+ followers on her TikTok. We'll blast off.
We're gonna get there.
I'm no longer gonna get screwed over. Like, I will find you. This is my new. I'm going to go into like my second half of life not being fucked over. Like, I'm not giving anybody a benefit of the doubt. Like, no, you're the problem. I'm going to punch you in the nose.
Okay, so I just want to clarify.
Mhm.
Do you own the trailer now? Like, did Kyle get it or no?
Okay, no. So, like, he paid a deposit, and Kyle's dad's supposed to go next Wednesday to pick it up.
So next episode we'll have an update on
know.
Sonya's trailer.
If I'm going to hunt this man down.
Like, have you met them in person? Like, has Kyle met him in person?
Kyle met him in person, yeah.
Okay.
He's a real person, but like you could still get screwed over by real people.
No, you
like,
can, but I'm just like,
Old school.
scammers tend to like try to do everything online.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
avoid.
like
I'm just making sure that
like
I
I
mean,
understand.
they do it in person too, but it's more like they try to stay everything online. So that's what I
Yeah,
was-
he was such a flake. I was worried that like I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god. But like, and all this stuff happening, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna get fucked again. But he just has so much things happening, I guess, which I understand because shit keeps happening to me too. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I know. I'm always like in between being empathetic towards people and also fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I understand. Fuck you. I understand. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Like,
I don't
I
wanna,
understand. I don't like it. So suck
Yeah.
my dick.
I'm like, I
But
don't
I
want to
get it.
understand anymore. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be nice anymore. But I do want to
No.
be nice. But like, I just don't at the same time. Like, I've been too nice for too long and I wasted so much energy being nice that I'm like, no more. I don't care. Like, I'm going to think the worst of every single stranger until they prove me wrong.
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the point. They're strangers, you know? They have to prove it.
Yeah. But I've always been like, oh, I'll wait until they prove me otherwise that they're a dick, right? Like, you know,
You're just switching the burden of proof.
I'm switching. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm switching it up. And I'm like, no longer giving energy to people who haven't given me energy first. I'm always throwing energy at people and not getting energy back. So I'm like, fuck it. No more.
Mm-mm.
Like, that's it. No more
Fair.
energy. Let's hear people's hot takes.
Yes.
Yeah, 30 minutes
Yeah.
into the episode. Okay, we'll see how many we can get through. We might be able to finish this. Yeah. There's not too many.
Just Kara's out because since we're flooding, Kara's room is in the basement. She's now had to live in the living room. She turned her TV up. I'm gonna guess because we were talking about vibrators. She didn't want to hear that. I don't blame her.
Well, I can't hear it, so
That's good. But I'm like, oh, she's got tired of my shit, I guess. Oh, scar her for life.
I just picked out the one we nearly ended on last week. So wait, do either of you watch Supernatural?
No,
Yes,
I know.
we do.
She does.
We talked
don't.
about it. Yes, Supernatural. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this is season 1, episode 8 of Supernatural. Bugs is not a bad episode, to be honest. It made my skin crawl, so it accomplished its goal.
Okay. I don't like Supernatural that much where I remember every fucking.
I
Let me-
assume because this episode's called Bugs, there's
It's about bugs. Yeah.
crawling
Yeah.
everywhere, which probably people like assumed was like, it probably has bad CGI, and people were like, ew. But if that's what its job
No,
is,
it's insect-related deaths around a
Okay.
new housing development.
I think if
wasn't-
it made
there
your
was-
skin crawl, that's
There
good.
wasn't that many bugs. Apparently, people said it's considered the worst episode of Supernatural. No, there are so many. Okay,
Yeah,
Supernatural
this
has
is
so
why
many
this person's
good.
saying it's
Yeah.
not a bad episode. They didn't say it was a good episode. They just said it's not a bad episode. To
They
be
look
honest.
so fucking young, which like is crazy. I understand why they look young because it's 2005. Fucking babies.
I was 14.
Oh my gosh, I was already a parent. Yeah, no, it was fine. There's so many other gross ones. Like there's one where like the kid, anything with dead kids creeps me really fucking out. But no, the bugs was fine.
And
Bugs
I
was
don't
fine.
think gross means bad. You know what I mean?
No, but they said the worst episode. The worst
Yeah.
episode, I think, was when there was an episode where there's like a lake and like it's a family died or whatever. I'm so bad at explaining things. I have so much TV in my head. I don't know which one's which. But there's one. That's the worst one when they're at the lake.
Fair. I don't
Yeah,
watch the show,
family
so I
lake.
don't really know.
So person who put that in waiting for this, Bugs is not the worst.
It's not
The lake one.
worst. The lake one.
I don't know its name, but it's like there's a family and the lake is haunted. People die.
I agree with you.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm deferring to the more knowledgeable person in this room
Yeah.
right now. I agree with you. Okay, this one's a little long. Let me see. Okay, the government should have the right to interfere with medical issues / procedures underage, and then it has an arrow. In the center sorry, it's written sorry. On YouTube you can see that. The center of giving teens diabetics mandatory or denying plastic surgeries to people with clear issues if people with weight loss, eating disorders can be detained, people with extreme weight gain should be intervened with as well.
This is such a fucking like
No.
What? No. Okay. Are they saying kids who are obese the government needs to like take care of
it says something written in 300-pound life type shit, I think is what that says.
for kids?
Yeah, so they're saying if like someone underage is severely underweight, they're saying if someone of age underage is severely overweight, they should have the same eating disorder treatment where the government steps in.
Well, no, I think there should be more help for sure. Like any neglect, right? There needs to be a reason why this child is underweight. It's usually medical, like, or neglect, right? So I think that is something that should be looked into. If the parents are like, no, don't worry about it, then yeah, the government needs to step in. Same as like with really overweight. If the parents are like, we don't care, or if the parents are like, we're doing this, this, and this, then the government needs to step back, right? Like all abuse and neglect should be looked into. Like, even though I'm having a hard fucking time with Child Protective Services right now and like being threatened all the time with it, I still agree that children need to be taken care of. And sometimes a third party needs to get involved with that.
Yeah, and like outside of medical issues with weight, like any sort of medical issue a child has, if the parents are not taking care of it, and sometimes, to be fair, the parents can't take care of it, and part of that also should be onto the government, not just to take care of the medical issue, but to provide the supports to the parents to take care of the medical issue. So like, like the one good thing Ford did was increasing medication, making
Over
it
the
free
counter.
until age 25.
Yeah, and also that you could get like things for like UTIs or something over the counter without going to your doctor. That was a
at
good
the
thing.
pharmacy, like
Yeah.
and like that kind of stuff, just making that easier on people. So it's like, oh, if your child is underweight or overweight, if you have access to mental health services because say it's a mental health issue, then you can utilize those rather than the government like forcing it.
Yeah.
And the government should be able to override religious practices that interfere
Yes.
with the health of the child.
Yes, always. It's funny because like one of my children, since moving here, and getting on medications, they gained 200 pounds. So their medications aren't working correctly. And I have asked so many times, what can we do? Like, my child is gaining this so much weight. Like, a teenager can eat a box of donuts and not gain anything. Like, the fact that it's been so much so quickly, no doctor cares. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, they're like, oh, it's just the medication.
No, that's not. That's
They're
200
not going to
pounds.
care
200 pounds is
until a
not
physical
medication.
issue arises, and then they'll be like, oh, she just needs to lose weight.
Which she can't.
Like, that's
No,
like,
I would be like, it's causing like other health issues. Like I would
she's
lie.
she's
I would be
gotten
like,
blood work done. Everything's fine with the thyroid. Like all hormones are coming clean, which is funny because I have insulin resistant PCOS, and every single time I get blood work done, it is always you're fine.
Mhm.
But I have to treat it like I am this, right? And like so there's so much stuff they should be doing that they're not. Like you can't, not everything could be seen in a blood work, like, or x-rays. Like it needs to be other treatments involved. Like if you treat the symptoms of something and they work, that means they have that thing. Like it's just, it's fucking, I hate doctors.
That's why I think like government intervention shouldn't start at detaining a child to force them to get intervention because they can't from their parents. It should start from the very top of the issue with proper universal health care from pregnancy.
Yeah.
And then work down to the rest of it, not the other way around. The problem shouldn't get as bad as it is, you know? Like with you don't need you know, preventative.
But there was like an example. I used to work in child protective services, and there was this child for breakfast. They were kindergarten, very tiny kid, but they were very large, like a lot of meat on them. And they were having 2 hot dogs from 7-Eleven on their way to daycare. Like that's, and then the mom's like, it's fine. So I feel like there should be intervention.
But
like
if that's what I'm saying. If the intervention started from top up,
yeah,
that mom would have already had like proper health care, proper education, proper blah 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 to know that that's not right, and then it would move on like that. Versus
all about education, how to take care of yourself as a parent, and then pass that on to your kid. Like, sure, it's hard to like make your kid eat in the morning. Bring something else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like
make it one hot dog.
Yeah, and
slowly eat.
I'm sure, I don't know anything about this family anymore. It's not my business.
It's like Marshmallow Mom. You see Marshmallow Mom?
No.
Oh, okay. On TikTok, she was very popular for making her kids lunches, and half of them contained like marshmallows, like not just like regular marshmallows, but marshmallow candies and stuff like that. And obviously a lot, and like she was obviously a heavy set too. I think most of it was rage bait. I think she was doing it purposefully. But because of her living situation and stuff, it did look legit. So she got a lot of like hate for that. But then you get the people that are like, well, at least she's feeding her kids. And it's like, yeah, we're at that stage now, not like 3 years ago. Like now it's going to start getting to the point where, yeah, at least you fed your kids, because grocery prices are going to go up. And especially in the States, like you're living under a fascist regime. So it's going to be bad. But at that point, like, you could have fed your kids something, even like chicken strips every day. Like, it's not the best.
The thing is
like it's protein. You can get whole, you know, like you can play around with that a little bit. It's just not straight
like,
sugar.
The price of marshmallows versus the price of like celery. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like what your kids eat, right? But it's like there's a reason your kids are only eating these.
Because that's what got introduced to them. Like,
you started with that.
Yeah.
You built a habit. So it's always going to suck creating a new habit. It always sucks. But
unless they have sensory processing disorder and you can't introduce other things. Like there's always, sometimes there's a reason.
Yeah.
And that is why.
But then if that's the case, it wouldn't be all your kids have the same sensory processing to the same food. Like that's very unlikely.
There's 3 people in my house. 50% of the 4 people in my house that can't eat blueberries because
that's one food though. If your entire if you're feeding all your kids,
that's a lot.
But I'm saying if you're feeding all your kids and they only eat candied marshmallows, that's a
all 4 only eat kitty.
But there's other foods.
You're doing that thing where you're being nice to strangers, Sonia.
I
hate to tell you.
I'm looking for the benefit of the doubt.
But like also only a certain type of cracker they'll only eat. Like it's not just it's 3 people in my house. It's not just all the kids, okay? It's 2 kids, 1 adult. The adult is not me. But like and the one kid with the sensory processing order isn't even biologically that person.
So I wonder if
Like
that's a
it's
nature versus nurture thing where the other kids like had sensory processing where they only eat this, so that food was available, and then the other kids because like sensory processing, it's not like you're suddenly only can deal with these sensories. It's usually your environment kind of morphs which ones you can stand. So I wonder if like that's why.
I don't know. Kara has never been able to eat a broccoli.
Mm.
Like, and I before I knew about autism and sensory processing, I thought I was just weird, and I thought Kara was being stubborn, and like I always like you need to eat it, and like she literally would like gag on it, and then like people are like, oh, like then when she's hungry she'll eat. Like that's
No.
such old school thinking, you
Yeah,
know?
no.
Like, and I was like, okay, but like she's only 20 pounds. Like at 8, like I don't understand. Like she needs to eat. Like I'm gonna give her whatever I want. So then it got to the point like she eats chicken nuggets, she eats chips, she eats crab dinner, and then so I would send her with like chips at school and cookies and stuff, and her teacher's like, oh, like whatever. I'm like, the bitch is underweight. Like she's gonna eat whatever the fuck I give her. So because
yeah.
crunchy food is always crunchy, like so it's easier to eat, and so like. I understand if it's mushy and that's a texture they can always eat, which is marshmallows, right? So like
you could introduce different foods with the same texture.
Yeah, so you have to understand that texture. So marshmallow, what other texture is marshmallow? There's not that many.
I feel like there's a lot of different things you could like slightly like make, like over whipped mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
like cloud eggs.
Yep, that too.
Maybe scrambled eggs, but because like marshmallow also has like a stick to it. So if you're doing mashed potatoes, that goes down smooth. It's mushy, but smooth.
Not if you over whip.
Yeah, no,
then it becomes like sticky.
Yeah, it's like stretchy because of the starch, right? It like I've watched that on Gordon Ramsay. You're not supposed to put them in like a blender because they become too gummy. That's what they say. It's too gummy.
Yeah, it gets too gummy. My mother-in-law
whip the shit. We make whipped potatoes. That's how we make our mashed potatoes. And there is a distinct difference between the two textures. Like it's
okay.
It's
next
not,
time I'm gonna bring you to my mother-in-law's, and you can try her mashed potatoes.
Yeah, so we're gonna and we'll bring marshmallows. I know that I can feel the difference myself. So
maybe it's like also like a butter and like other things you add to it versus maybe make a difference.
Like she's doing like straight. There's nothing in it. Just potato.
No. You do like heavy cream or.
See, we're gonna have to test it. We'll
make our own different consistencies of mashed potatoes.
We need to
okay. We spent too long on this question.
God, we need to find out
terrible. Okay. This one should be easy. This one should be easy.
Yeah.
Billionaires shouldn't exist. We need a maximum wage. What can't you buy for $100 million?
Yeah, no, fuck them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't even want a wage at all, I think money's fake and
obviously. It's all about classism, right? Like
yeah, I hate it.
Yeah. So but billionaires definitely should exist. There's no ethical way to earn $1 billion. Every billionaire has blood on their hands.
Basically.
Okay. It's called milk tea, not bubble tea. So, someone has really strong. I thought it was called bobo tea.
It is bobo tea. Like,
what?
No.
I've heard it called milk tea before too, so I don't.
You can get milk tea with bobas. And bubble tea isn't even like, it's like green tea with like fruit flavors, but
okay,
milk
so
tea is like
bubble tea and boba tea are essentially the same thing.
Okay,
but milk tea is a broader term for tea with milk and can include bubble tea. So this person just like is mad for no reason. Stay mad. You don't know you know what you're talking about. I knew there was a difference.
Yeah, there is. It's just
with bobas or without bobas,
Milk tea's just made with milk, and the other one's made with juice. That's the difference. Like, that's what I was trying to get to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both have bobas though.
Okay, I don't know this one, and I don't know if I'm being dumb. Okay, so I'm gonna read it exactly as it's written, and you tell me if you understand it.
Okay.
These all look like they're written by the same people, but they were written by different people, by the way. can we improve our lives by throwing people, preventing that out the airlock? Oh, I got it now, reading it. Okay, we're hypothetically throwing them out the airlock. Okay. Can we improve our lives by throwing people, preventing that out the airlock?
Yes.
No.
I
I want to. I totally agree with it. Guillotine those motherfuckers. But if we don't dismantle the system, new people just take their place.
Yeah, we just
Is my
talked about
opinion.
how I've been getting fucked over. If those people didn't exist, then that's fine. Like if they weren't here to tell me my house is fine, yeah, fucking get rid of them.
Yeah, I agree with getting rid of the people. I just don't think it's gonna make our lives better.
No, it won't make your life better because the next people could have done it. What Jessica's saying is they all need to be taught empathy and
Who
be
knows?
honest.
Maybe, yeah, maybe if we get rid of those people, it would have been like people like me beforehand who would have been like this,
or maybe not, because those other people that you just offed still exist out there.
Get rid
the
of
house
them.
wouldn't exist by that.
Probably the house. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
no.
If it's in the past, if it's in the future, well, they already told you, so it's just revenge, which is I'm totally fine with. Like again, I'm fine with throwing people out the airlock. I just don't think it's gonna make our lives inherently better.
I think so.
Your personal life a little bit.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I don't think it's gonna help, but it's gonna help me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with
It's not
that.
gonna help us as a general, just me. And that's all I give a fuck about.
Feel better.
I agree. Okay, this one woman, I don't know what her topic was or whatever, but she did throw her business card in here, so I will give her a shout out. It's her with a mascot, and it's, I believe this is probably an Instagram. It's just an @ so @ Lucin de Cases Mascots. I'll put that in our description. Thank you so much for stopping by the booth. We hope you agreed with our answer to whichever hot take was yours.
Yeah, whatever you put in there.
Yeah. Okay, this next one. There should be more joking and laughing during sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, who's so fucking serious? They're literally fucking serious. Are you having a good time? Like I don't understand.
I feel like it's like joking and laughing is intimate during sex. Like, because it's not necessarily a sexy thing in and of itself. There's not a lot of like joking and laughing during, a porno or a sexy scene in a movie or what
real
most people.
Life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's the real life stuff. Like fart during sex, see what happens. Like that's a true test.
Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. Poor Kyle. Okay, story time. The first time
I've heard the story.
Yeah, the first time I farted in front of Kyle is when he was like down on me and like gone to like Chow Town, and like I was so embarrassed. But he's like, let's just keep going. I'm like, no, you freak. He was not phased at all. He was like down to get the job complete. I'm like there'll be no ending here. Like you just no,
it's done. It's over.
But now it's been so long. She just literally shits, and he keeps going.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna just shit on your chest. It's fine. People like that. I don't know.
I always wonder that. Like, how do you find out that that's your kink? Like, at what point are you like wiping your own ass? You're like, oh yeah. Like, at what point are you like?
Also, I think like maybe they go in the bathroom. They're like that. I like that smell, and then like it works.
But the smell of your own shit and the smell of someone else's shit are like different.
The smell of shit is just the smell of shit.
I can smell my shit differently than I can smell other people's shit.
Same, but at the same time, the smell of shit is the smell of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all different, but it's all the same.
I don't think it has anything to do with the smell either. Like, okay, listen. Now I need to know
texture.
Why.
They're like I have sensory processing disorder.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, sorry.
I like the smear.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm just stimming.
Just do mud instead, please.
I wonder, like that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point is it like a trauma thing that happened when you were 3 with shit, and you just like couldn't get over it, and it turned into a kink? Because that happens sometimes.
Okay, I just looked about like, why do people like pooping on chests? And someone's like, I get turned on by having spiders. I'm fucking what? That does not. I don't
That's
know.
not the same.
It's like golden showers too. Like,
Okay, I don't have time to look into this. It's like I'm like, why do people like this? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But
golden showers, I can kind of understand because pee doesn't always have a smell if you like are hydrated enough, and it just feels warm.
like it's just
Like
is it like
warm
a
water.
power thing? Like is it like a dominant thing? Like
Or like a degradation thing. Like, you're my
Yeah,
little
maybe.
slut, take my piss. Like,
yeah, I don't see. I need to do more research. This is
You're the
I'm the one that
BDSM
wants to write dark
community.
romance, and I don't want to research this. Like, there's some kinks that just don't need to be solved.
Well, we
I
need
need
like
to
a
know why.
dominatrix on as a guest. Give
I'll
us the ins
just
and outs.
email. Yeah, honestly,
Hypothetically.
dominatrix does not do that kind of stuff.
No,
do
but
they?
she'll know the ins and outs of it. Like, I'm sure she's
Yeah.
Well, 'cause
probably
they're
had someone
usually,
ask.
They're usually like sex therapists, right? Like they have
Yeah.
psychology degrees and stuff. So like, yeah,
Yeah,
They
they
know.
like recognize that people's kinks usually come from either something lacking or like trauma, or like there's a million reasons you'll have a kink for something. Like, we joke about my praise kink. Well, it's because my daddy didn't love me, you know? So tell me I did a good job. Nothing I did was good enough for my father. So
It's always funny. It's like,
yeah, it's a classic. I just don't know like what would have to happen, like how bad your daddy issues would have to be for you to want to get shit on. So
yeah.
yeah,
Google
like, I'm
that.
just curious.
Like,
Just I tried to
Just-
Google. I
no,
got.
how bad
Why
daddy
Ask
issues you have to
ChatGPT.
have?
Oh my god.
Why do people like? You know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. Hold on.
I got like I put why did they like it and fucking something like a Reddit thing about spiders came up. I'm like, that's not what I asked. Like what? Oh,
Why do people like getting pooped? Oh, wait, how did you word it?
I said, why do people like getting pooped on their chests?
Pooped on their chest. People have different preferences when it comes to intimacy, and oh no, never mind. It didn't let me because it violated our usage policies. It literally started writing and then said no.
Yeah,
I just started reading it and then it just went away and said this violates.
do you like have like a adult sensors on your thing?
No, ChatGPT said it violated their
Oh,
policies.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're like like PG.
But it started writing it. It almost-
Yeah, I know. He's like,
oh, I
he's
wish
like,
I had
got
a
the answer.
screenshot. Oh, damn it.
I know he's trying to help you out, but then they're like, no, like
They're
it's probably
silencing.
fucking big
Silencing
media.
free speech.
The AI.
Yeah.
And seriously, when did AI like have morals? Like, I don't understand.
It's the company. It's to protect the children. It's also a paywall. If you pay, it would let you know.
Yeah, they have a whole separate
They
usage
do, yeah,
policies.
Yeah. You gotta
Fucking
pay.
capitalism. Ah.
Find out.
Well, that ended up working out because that actually ended up being our
The
last
last
take.
one. Yay!
So it's a good thing we talked for 30 minutes.
About stuff.
It's tough because I don't even remember. There's so much, I feel like. Excuse me. But yeah. So thank you.
Yeah,
All
thank
so
you
much.
everyone who like stopped by the booth again and give us your
I
hot
know. I'm
takes.
excited to go to the next one
Yeah.
where I could actually go. I don't have to take a plane to go there. I could take a bus.
Likely Fan Expo in August will probably be the next
yeah,
one.
I'll be
Yeah.
there in August. Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you stop by our booth so you can let us know your Am I the Butthole stories. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of those this time, but lots of people had hot takes, which we also accept. And then we'll also have a little giveaway there as well, and some free merch, some stickers, buttons, whatever we have on stock at the time. So come on by and you can grab all of that. Talk to us. Follow our social medias if you want to like know exactly what times we will be at the booths.
Yes, I also want to say a special thank you to Stephanie Hurst, our VIP.
Always.
And always, like, VIP. Thank you for sticking with us, and then, like, also starting at $5, we have a pre-drink where we name drop all the assholes I talked about. And then we have a $2, like, just supportive tier. Just like, here you go, like, pay for some equipment.
Yeah,
tier.
if you want to just help us out, this is all self-funded. So any help
Yeah.
from you is helpful. Also, make sure to check back on Thursdays where we have our season 3 Books and Booze episodes dropping. We are at the end or almost at the end of those episodes. More. Yeah, so check those out. Support indie everything. So we're an indie podcast. Support us. Support indie authors. We also, I don't know if you've noticed, but we do have a little maple leaf in all of our logos now. That's because we're part of the Look for the Leaf campaign, which is Canadian podcasters adding little leaves to their episodes to let everyone know that, hey, we're Canadian. So we're trying to compete with American podcasters, and we could use your help. So please listen to us, share us, follow us. Lots of free ways to do that. Rate us, comment. We appreciate it all, especially if you hate us. Again, please.
Yeah,
let us know. Yeah, like either way, like you can love us and hate us. We're good with either.
Yeah, just let us know. Don't be a coward. Don't one star. Don't one star us and walk away. Don't do that here.
Or we'll throw you out of an airlock.
Yeah. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.